Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your guy, Snowbike Mike, welcoming you into the official Kinda Funny live reaction to the Skull and Bones worldwide gameplay reveal. It's been years in the making, and reality is finally here. And no better way to celebrate all things pirates and pirate ships than with me and my dude, Forbes 30 Under 30, Toxic Poppy, Perry Poppy, the best fighting game player in all of Kinda Funny. You know him as the next generation of video games. My dude, Blessing out of Yo-Ye Jr. Bless, what's good, homie?
Mike, I'm doing good. I just have one question. Where is the mustache?
Oh, man, you know what? I was getting ready for the pirate life, right? And I noticed a lot of pirates, no mustaches. It's either full beard or clean shaven. And so to get truly into my pirate cosplay for today and get the spirit of Skull and Bones, I shaved it all off. So no more mustache.
That was incredible improv. Incredible improv.
Thank you.
That was so fast, dude. If I didn't know the real reason why, I would have believed you just now.
I want you all to know I'm very excited because this is years in the making. And we saw this a long time ago. What was it? E3 2019?
It was like 2018.
Right?
It's been maybe 4 or 5 years since we've seen Skull and Bones. And I'm so curious because when we first saw it, I think the big topic of conversation was, oh, is this it? Like, is it going to be, I'm not playing as a pirate, I'm just playing as a ship and I'm fighting other ships? That's not what we want. Like, look at what Sea of Thieves is doing. Sea of Thieves is giving you the full pirate experience. And so with this many years passing since we've last seen it, you expect a full revamp. You expect it to be something brand new from the ground up. There has been leaked footage in the past. I did watch the recent leaked footage. And let me tell you, from that leaked footage, it looks like it is a step forward. The question is, how many steps forward we'll have to see from the showcase.
I like that, Bless. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to the most here, right? Because we know what Ubisoft is capable of with Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, right? That's what everybody's going to point to. And now the idea of a multiplayer game where me and my friends, with, of course, Pirate Poppy, Blessing, and Roger running the ones and twos, if we all can come together on a boat, just like Sea of Thieves, with almost like Assassin's Creed traversal and movement and combat, along with boat and ship like tactics, this could be a really fun game to play because Sea of Thieves has that, but it doesn't have the controls and the movement and the combat like Assassin's Creed. So if you could find a balance, you might have a winner here, to be honest with you. I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, let's boot this thing up.
Blessing, let's boot it up. Roger, run it up. Let's jump into the official Skull and Bones worldwide gameplay reveal.
Mike, you have a fantastic host voice. Yeah, I know you know this.
The
way you just hit that reveal, there was like a bass in it that made it sound official. I loved it.
I appreciate that, big dog. You and I flying by the seat of our pants today, but we're excited for this one. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what happens.
Society has rules.
Oh.
It decides where you belong.
Exactly.
And what you're worth. But you can chart a new course.
Oh yeah, turn a life to a pirate's life right there. You think that would work? You just grab a box and you're part of the crew now? Does that really work like that?
They definitely have hazing as pirates.
Nah. You just walk on.
Even
you don't think they got hazing? You don't think you just gotta like...
Well, you get hazed. You get hazed for sure, but like
every pirate
like people didn't want to be on boats back in the day. Like they'd take anyone.
On the shores
Really, they take
of
anyone.
a new world.
I mean, it's just you know, there's no like vitamin C out there. Your teeth are falling out.
He's on a new world.
No, Mike, I know you mentioned earlier that we're excited. Are you genuinely excited? Because I am cautiously, not even optimistic. I'm just curious.
To carve a life.
Morbidly curious. That's probably where I'm at with this one.
Curious as well said. I am excited, Bless, because I have been playing a fair amount of Sea of Thieves over the past couple of years, especially with the Pirates Life DLC. So the idea of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but with friends, does excite me. But do I think they stick to landing? Absolutely not. Ubisoft in the past couple of years have not proven to me that they still got it with some of the titles that they've shown.
That's where I'm at too. We've been talking about it a lot on KFG lately, but there's been a big shift with Ubisoft toward a lot of ongoing stuff, a lot of free-to-play stuff, and a lot of stuff that's been coming out hasn't been hitting as hard as I think it's needed to. You know, I look back at Riders Republic that I liked, but I only played for maybe like a week before I was like, I'm done with this. And then you had Rainbow Six Extraction, which very much came and went. Roller Champions came out a month ago, and I've not heard anybody talk about it since its release date. And yeah, it seems like this is next up, and I want them to stick it. because people like pirates. Somebody in chat mentioned that I don't fuck with pirates. That is true. I don't fuck
Now
with pirates.
choose.
But hey, if it looks
Will
good,
you live
maybe
as
let's do the thing to
pawns
change me.
or die?
I mean,
As
right now we're
pirates.
seeing nothing but CGI, right? So like, it's one of those of like, it's hard to get hype over this, but like the tone they're setting is interesting, right? It's very different from what we have right now, which is Sea of Thieves, right?
Yeah.
That will be the direct comparison that will put November 8th, like a couple of days or a day
shit.
before God of War.
Lives
That's
a pawn
not
or
a good
dies a
move,
pirate.
but,
Hey,
Just
hey.
believe it's the pirate's life for me.
but we'll see how
My
that
name is
goes.
Yusuf,
But
and
shout
welcome
out
to
to
the
Yusuf.
worldwide
Yusuf
gameplay
always looking too
review
good.
of Skull and Bones.
Yes,
And
he
oh
has dialed in
we
an
do have a
incredible
launch
look
date.
where if
The
you
game is
see
coming
him on
November 8th,
the camera, you know
2022.
it's going down.
And joining me today on the deck of this gorgeous ship is world producer Vanessa Siao. Hey, Vanessa.
Fun fact.
Hey, Yusuf. Hi, everyone.
He's wearing a shirt
And
that's
game
similar
director
to a
Ryan
shirt he
Bernard.
wore
Hey,
at one
Ryan.
of the
How's it
previous
going, Yusuf?
state of
Hello, everyone.
Ubisoft forwards.
Now, Vanessa,
Except
we
like
just
that
got our
one was
first
white
look
and
at
it
the
was
new
long
Skull and
sleeve.
Bones.
That shirt
Looks
ended
like
up being
things
too
have
small for
changed
him.
quite
He
a bit.
gifted it to me.
What can you tell us about this
Nice.
new
Oh, I
direction?
like that. This is a good
Yeah.
shirt
Did he
right
sign
here.
it? Did he sign it for you?
Really hard.
As a
No,
fan?
he didn't
We are
sign
so
it.
proud
okay.
to present what
Oh,
you
I
see
should
in the
have gotten him
game
to do
today.
that.
Forget everything you know about the traditional.
This will be
pirate
interesting.
tricks.
We have
Skull
some
and
devs
Bones
here.
is
Of course,
taking a
this is
darker,
kind of
grittier
the
approach with a
Ubisoft
new
way.
game direction.
Yusuf sits
We
down,
wanted
talks
to
with the dev.
reimagine what
They
pirates
kind of
were
go
really
back and
like,
forth
drawing
about what you can
inspiration
expect. Then
from
they'll
the
show some
Indian Ocean
gameplay.
during the
So
golden
this is kind
age
of what I
of piracy.
expected here instead
So
of
you
a
start as a survivor
tight
of a
10-minute
shipwreck,
thing. You know what I
right?
mean?
Washed up
This is
in
going to
an
be a while, I
unknown,
bet.
mysterious, exotic location.
I hope they got
This
dope
is a world
sharks.
where everything
I like
and
the
everyone
Megalodon and Sea of
wants you
Thieves.
dead. And for ordinary people like you and me, the only way to survive is to become a pirate. And once you've
Just
chosen
common
that
chat
life
says
of
did it no
piracy,
longer fit him because
there's
of those
no
huge
turning
cannons
back.
he's rocking. That is true.
There's
Yeah.
no
Massive
turning back for me.
cannons.
I've already
His
chosen
biceps
life of
are
piracy.
continually growing.
Well, what does that entail exactly?
Well, the world of Skull and Bones is
But
ruthless.
let's circle back
You come
really quick,
face to
Les.
face with
That
its
release
many
date,
dangers,
November 8th.
From vicious
Is that a
hippos
problem
and
to you with
crocodiles
God of War
to
the day
violent
before
storms,
or the day
pirate
after, or do you
hunters,
not care
powerful
because it's a
corporations,
totally different
and
genre
even
game?
the mutiny of your very
For me
own
personally,
crew.
it's a
So
problem.
every time you set
Yes.
sail, it's going to
because
be
I will be all
unpredictable
in on God of War
experience.
around that time, and I think the world's gonna be all in on God of War.
I'm making a
God
note
of
right
War.
now. Keep the crew
But
happy.
Skull and Bones is ongoing, right? It's a live
Ryan,
game. It
obviously,
doesn't
a pirate is
necessarily.
nothing without their ship.
It's
How do we
not.
go about
At
building
least it's
our
not supposed to live and die
Well,
by
Skull
that
and
first
Bones
week.
is an open
Yeah,
Right, like that's a
true.
game that they want to look
Open sea
long term and
pirate
support long
experience,
term.
right?
And so day
So you
one
start
is
the game, you basically have
supposedly
nothing. You have
shouldn't
our
be
smaller
the
ship,
end all
which we
be
call
all.
the Dagger,
That said,
a basic
we'll
spear
see if
in
that
order
happens
to
with
fend
Skull and
off
Bones.
this wildlife
Like
that's
again,
coming after
looking
you.
at the previous
And really,
Ubisoft
as you
games,
progress,
a
you'll
lot of
need
those
to
games
collect
have came
the
and
things you
went
find in
in
the
that
world
first
and
week,
gather
and
them
so
as you do
it might be a problem, why
contracts
not?
for the pirates you come across.
I do
Doing
look forward to that,
will
and you
grow
say
your
it so well.
infamy, which
This
give you
will
access to
this
new
will not live or
blueprints
die
and
by day one.
designs,
This is going to be an
allow you to
ongoing
craft
thing, which
new
will be very
ships,
interesting to
different
see.
weapons, different
But
armors, and
let's
that's
find
how
out.
you
Of course,
build your
Yusef is in the
fleet
chat
and
right now.
games.
Make sure to give some love to
Eventually
Yusef.
you'll
Hey.
Let him know how
build
good he
seas.
looks. Blessing says
Okay,
thank
I like
you for the
that.
shirt.
Building my fleet,
He's going to
ruling
rock
the
that and
seas.
look great in it as
Sign
well.
me up for that. I
yeah.
want that. I want the thundering cannons, sinking ships.
And here's the thing. I look
the whole
toward
nine
the
yards.
Blessing Super Fun Game
But,
release calendar
between us,
2022.
give me the
Right, God of
insider
War
tips.
Ragnarok,
How do I make sure
November 9th.
I'm the most feared
Right,
pirate in the ocean?
Skull and Bones looks to be November 8th, and then before that, right, it's Resident Evil Village,
But
which is
really,
expansion. That's
seriously,
October
the naval
28th.
combat is at the
So, like, you
core
got
of
time to
Skull and Bones
breathe. You got
pirate
weeks
experience,
before
right?
where
And we
people
aim to
don't have
have
much to play. At least I don't have much to
naval
play.
combat. So we
You
want
know,
it to
a
be
few weeks
visceral,
before that is also
fast-paced,
Call of Duty Modern Warfare
rewarding.
2, Gotham
And we
Knights,
do that.
Hotline
Part of
Miami.
the
Like,
way we do that is
later
to
October
offer
is
the
getting
player
stacked, but
a
early
wide variety
November,
of
you
different
really
weapon
only are
choices,
talking about God of
which
War
you unlock
Ragnarok and
through
now Skull and
infamy.
Bones.
So you've
love that.
seen cannons,
Love that.
for instance, but we also have Greek fire, we have
Greek fire.
explosive mortars, we have bombards that you can
You
lob
say
onto the
trebuchets
decks
and
of
I'm
the
in,
enemy
Bless. You know
players and
that,
sink
bro.
their
That's the
ships.
word of the year,
Ooh, do you think
That'll
trebuchet.
allow
they'll
our
have
players
it?
the creativity to combine
No
different weapon
trebuchets, no
types,
trebuchets.
different
I forget,
armor
do
types,
pirates
and
fuck with
different ship types
trebuchets?
to
I mean, I
give
bet
them
you
the best chance
fortresses
of
do that.
success while they're out at
Pirates
sea
go and
pirating.
invade, you know what I mean?
So the Greek fire that you just mentioned is actually
Okay.
pretty cool. So with leather armor,
Is the screen supposed to
kitted
be
out
black?
with your brick, well, I have to admit that I do get satisfaction
question.
It does
watching
have the
other ships
Ubisoft
burn.
logo in the bottom.
It does
right.
have
That
the
sounds so
Ubisoft
cool. I
logo
wanna
on
light
it.
our
Okay,
ships
it's
on
back,
fire.
it's back,
How do
okay.
I do that?
Sorry,
Sorry, that was
Okay,
me. That was me.
so,
Sorry.
Okay, I was like,
as
maybe
Amanda
Roger's
has
editing stuff in the
explained
background.
here,
sorry.
The Greek fire is one of the weapons you have. Also, the ship she mentioned and the armor are things that you will unlock through gaining infamy in our
Ship
progression
combat will be
system.
very
So,
interesting, Bless,
of
because
course,
we've
classically,
seen it in
pirates were all
Assassin's
about their
Creed,
name,
right? As they
You were
started to
nobody
build
without your
off
name.
of that in the
And our
latest
progression
ones, right?
system is
You can
the
think
same.
about how
We
that
call it
looks and how that
infamy.
plays.
So as
Do
you
they
have
stick as
success
the
in the
same,
game and
or
you
will it
progress,
change
and
to
your
more of
name
an
is gonna be
intimate, like
known
3 or
throughout the
4
Indian
cannons
Ocean,
on a
and
ship,
pirates
and you have to
from further
hand
away
load
are
them
gonna
and
wanna
stuff like
offer
that, like
you
in Sea of
more and
Thieves, you
more
know what I mean?
dangerous jobs
Be really
with
interesting to
bigger
see
and bigger
what kind of
payouts
combat
to
it
give
looks
you
like on the
access
ships.
I like
to
the
better
analog
rewards
feel of Sea
in
of
the
Thieves.
game.
I know I'm not the
So the
biggest
name of
Sea
the
of Thieves
game is
person,
Raise Your
but I
Infamy,
always
and
respected
you'll
the
have better
gameplay so much
opportunities.
because it did make you
Okay,
really have
so
to
I'm
like
imagining
live
the
that
road to
pirate
infamy
life,
is
like
going to be
go
tough
in,
and lonely, but
communicate
have
with
to be,
your co-op
True.
partners to like figure out how to
So
sail.
first off, I mean,
and ride
everything in
the
Skull and Bones can
curtains
be
and all that
played
stuff.
solo. But
exactly how
at
in
our
depth is
core,
the
we
ship,
are
right?
a
Like with
social
Sea of
game,
Thieves,
right?
you
Where
got to
the
do everything.
dev
Is that
team,
going to how
we
this
look
is
at
going to be?
everything through the
I don't
lens of
know.
co-op.
From what we've
We
played on
want to ensure
Ubisoft
that things
Assassin's
like
Creed
taking
games
on the
with
big
boats,
pirate
it's
hunters
never
or
been like that, you
privateers
know.
or taking on a fort in the game is more rewarding and actually easier when you play with other players, right? So we can say that really the best way to play Skull and Bones is with friends.
Now, here's the important
That was an interesting one. I didn't know it was
Can I team up
multiplayer.
with my
Blast.
friends and hunt
a lot of
other
people, a lot of my friends
You
were like,
know,
"Oh, Mike, they said that a
that's
long
right.
time ago," and I was like, "I didn't know it was
so this
multiplayer
happens
to
far
begin
too
with."
much in our
Yeah.
internal tests, okay? So
been so
you can,
long,
as a
you know.
player, choose to opt into a PvP server, in which case you will be
Okay,
able
this
to
is
shoot
big.
another
That's a
players.
big thing that Sea of
Sometimes
Thieves
in
does
our
not let you
weekly
do, and a lot of
tests,
people
that happens
complain
far too
about,
often to
is
certain
choosing
people,
PvE or
with the
PvP
team trying to
server.
take them out
So
with this
if that's
vast
true
array
and that's
of
how it really
weapons.
goes,
So
that's
I
a big
can
deal. I
say
know a
for
lot of people
certainty
do
that
not
the
like how Sea of
best way to
Thieves,
play is
you
to
can
have
just murder
players
people
with
on
you
any flip
to
side.
watch
You
your
know what I
back.
mean? At any moment, they
You know,
don't like that.
I can't wait
Now,
to get
Roger,
into
is there a way
servers 'cause I
to
wanna hunt
lower the
specifically
volume for the
you,
video
Ryan.
for the audience?
Okay.
Because
Putting
we
a
were saying
target on
that
your
the
back right
video
now. I'm
volume
expecting
is a
all
lot.
applications to come help me. But
Oh, sorry, just for
Vanessa,
the
Ryan,
audience or
thank
just
you
for
so
you?
much for joining us.
Thank
Just for the audience.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Everyone watching at home, you've heard us talk about Skull and Bones. It's now time to show you Skull and Bones.
Oh,
Let me know if
Here's
that's
the
better.
world premiere of our gameplay
Show it
trailer.
to me. Here it is, world gameplay.
Welcome to Skull
okay.
and
This looks cool.
Bones. Our game
What is
takes
that?
place
Definitely
during
a different
the
look
golden
than
age
I
of
thought.
piracy,
Okay.
in a world inspired by the
Got
beautiful
customized
yet
ships.
dangerous Indian Ocean. You'll start your journey
some
as an
fortresses,
outcast
cool.
whose goal is to become the most infamous pirate to sail these treacherous waters. After surviving a shipwreck, you begin your adventure in St. Anne, one of
Okay,
the
this is
pirate
le- this
dens
is legit
in
the
our
leak.
world. Dens are centers of pirate activity where you can craft new ships
There you are,
and
outside the
equipment,
boat.
provision for your expeditions at sea, pick up contracts, and socialize with other players.
Shark bait.
Any pirate worth their salt will tell you that preparation is key to success. Get ready for any challenges that come your way by checking that your cargo is stocked with items like food.
I feel like Ubisoft
and
likes this
ammunition.
font.
Once
This
you're
making
Yes.
font
set,
that you're saying.
That is their
Time
font
to
they like.
head
You're
out
right,
They
you're
love
right.
that font.
As a rookie pirate, you'll only have access to a small dhow. But
Oh,
as you
okay.
progress, you'll be able to craft different ships, each with their own unique playstyle.
Look at that thing.
I like that.
Okay.
At sea, you'll need to pay close attention to the condition of your ship and the morale of your crew. Your
Oh,
crew
snap.
are a pack of vicious raiders and rovers who will mutiny against you.
Damn.
if
So you
not
got like
kept
a
well
large ass
fed
crew as opposed to
and
like the.
Yeah, you got some AI people you got to
If your
control.
ship
That's
sinks,
interesting.
you'll
Yeah.
lose some progress and respawn at the nearest discovered den or outpost. The good news is that most of your cargo will be recovered, and you'll have the opportunity to retrieve the rest from the wreckage. But you'd better be quick, as other players can also steal it.
Okay, of course, as they should.
As a pirate captain, your reputation is everything, and our game tracks this through infamy. The higher your infamy, the more opportunities you'll get. One of the many ways to grow your infamy is to take up contracts. These are deals that you can make with other pirates in the world. Contracts can have great rewards if you're successful.
I don't
or
like that colorful
costs
ship.
if you fail.
It's a bit tacky.
I
You
don't
can
like that
also
either.
gain infamy
Not a big
by
fan of those bright
completing
ones.
other activities such as exploration, plundering, treasure hunts, investigations, dynamic events, and much more. You can
Yeah, this is a live
undertake these
game.
either solo
Live-ass game.
or with other players. The
Got a
world of
progression
Skull and
system, which
Bones
you're gonna
is
like,
filled
right,
with
to keep coming
riches
back
and
to and level up
resources
on.
that you'll be able to gather as you explore.
This is interesting looking.
Lagoons and rivers are teeming
So is he
with
off the boat
dangerous
there or no?
wildlife that you can
I don't
hunt
think
for
so.
animal
You know what I mean?
skins
He didn't
and
look like he
meat.
was getting off the boat.
Up here we
You'll
go.
also be able to harvest
Side of
a
the boat.
variety of raw materials.
That's pretty
such as
dope.
ore and wood
Like
that can be
hitting alligators on
refined
the
and
side,
used
that's
for
cool.
crafting.
My question is, can
Crafting
you
is an
walk
essential
around?
activity for
Yes.
you to
does-
progress.
so
as an
far, I've
infamous
not seen any of that.
So far,
unless you're
the
in
only
hub.
time-
Obtain
the only time they
blueprints
walked
and
around is
use
in the
your
hub.
refined resources to craft stronger ships, weapons, and armors. In Skull and Bones, ships serve many different purposes. Cargo ships are slower, but useful if you need to transport large volumes of loot. Navigation
Okay.
ships sail faster, but have less cargo space and lower hull HP. Firepower ships have more gun ports, allowing you
This
to
is
deal
where your
higher
team would
damage,
pick. Everybody
but
picks a
are more
different ship
challenging to maneuver.
to be the best little
Similarly,
brigade you
can
could
craft
have.
a wide
Is this
array
game
of
confirmed to be a
unique
$60
weapons
release
and
or
armors,
$70
from
That's what I was wondering. I don't know if they've
giant
said.
ballistae
Because if this
to
game's free to
rocket
play, I can see it
launchers
being
and
truly
mortars,
successful.
as well as different armor
Oh.
types, which have varying
I agree with that.
I
strengths and
mean, Ubisoft has
weaknesses
shown that
against
they're not
incoming
afraid to go into
attacks.
some free-to-play games. I don't know if this would be that one though.
Yeah.
With your new
I could see it
fleet
being a
and
Game Pass
growing
game.
arsenal, create a loadout
That's
based on
where
your
you'll
personal
thrive
playstyle
if you go
to
on Game
become a
Pass, for
force
sure.
Of destruction.
You'll at least have a strong player base right off the bat.
Some people in chat are saying that $70.
Out in the open ocean, opportunities and threats are abundant. Use your spyglass to identify
I don't know.
lucrative trade
I don't know if that's
routes or
confirmed
wealthy
or people are
merchant
just saying
ships,
that.
and assess
Yeah,
give that a
Ukraine's
second.
cargo and
I'm looking right.
firepower.
I'm looking right now for
Strategize a plan of
me on the
attack
boat
based on
moving
your
freely
opponent's
and then being
defenses
able to
and
like
take
board another
advantage of
person's
their
ship.
weak
I'm looking
points
for
to do
combat
more
like
damage.
that, but we haven't seen any of that
Sinking your
yet.
foes from afar rewards you with only a portion of their cargo, as some of it will be lost.
Okay, that was pretty
to
cool when it
depths.
blew up. That was
Getting in
sweet.
close to execute a board.
Yeah, if this is full price,
will
I'll
help
bet money that this is on Game
maximize
Pass
your
as well.
gains. But
Be a great
beware,
pickup for
you can
Xbox
turn
because
from
God of War is the
predator
next
to
day,
prey
right?
in a
Xbox,
heartbeat
no
if you
first-party
attract the
titles this
unwanted
year,
attention
just some
of
DLC and stuff.
privateers
It'd be a
and
great
merciless
little fit-in
pirate
for your
hunters
November
that patrol
slate.
the seas. If you enjoy
Remember, they
the
announced
thrill of the
Extraction
hunt,
on Game
you can
Pass,
also
what, a
seek
few
out
weeks
other
before that game
players
came out?
and
Yeah, it
bring
felt like a
terror
week
on
beforehand.
them.
It was crazy.
Such PvP battles are high stakes.
Yeah, people are saying that it's
activities
listed on the
can be
store at
rewarding
$70.
if you emerge victorious. From your spoils of battle, personalize your individual look with outfits that command
Where's the goggles?
respect.
Where's the goggles?
Oh, they gotta be in there.
He'll be in there somewhere.
That might be
You can
year
also
3,
select
honestly.
from
It
a
might be year 3.
multitude of ship customization options to instill fear in your enemies.
I do like good customization options. Like,
The
it seemed
ships
like they
have
had a
looked
good
good.
handle.
In your
I'll give 'em that.
sails,
The ships have
journey
looked
to the
good.
furthest
Yeah.
reaches of the Indian Ocean, from the coast of Africa to the East Indies. Encounter extreme weather events like violent storms and monstrous rogue waves.
Monstrous.
I'd like to see what that looks like because Sea of
Keep your
Thieves
eyes
water is
peeled
very
for
cool looking. So
outposts,
like,
which are
Oh, you got it. You
safe
got to
spots
nail the
where you'll be
water.
able
Can they
to dock
nail
your
the
ship
water
for a
is the
short
big-
rest
You got it. It
from
can't look like the
perilous
quarry
seas.
water.
Here,
I don't know if
can
you remember if you
trade
saw the
with
water in the
traveling
quarry. It
Didn't
looked
like
like
that.
blood.
Didn't like that, yep.
smugglers
Bad.
selling
Can't look like
rare
that.
and illegal goods. Uncover buried bounties at outposts as you decipher
Yeah, I don't think you're
treasure
walking.
maps
Like, I don't think
obtained
you're
through your
I
exploring
haven't-
outside of the ship.
Although
I
all
haven't
the
seen any
content
combat
Aside from
besides
other
ship
areas.
can be
combat.
done
You know what I mean?
solo,
Like, not.
you might enjoy
We haven't seen any of
roaming
that
the
yet.
seas with your friends while sailing.
Is
You
that
can also
is
easily
this something you're
invite
down
other
for? Like, if
pirates
it
you
is all
encounter
ship
to group
combat
up.
and then you go back to your hub and
Synergize your
customize and get
different
back
playstyles,
on the ship
ships,
and only
weapons
you're only
to
doing ship stuff, is that
defeat
something that you'd be
deadlier
into?
enemies.
No, as of right now,
As you
this
grow
is not
stronger, take
truly
on
exciting
more
me yet.
difficult challenges,
Not yet.
such as attacking
I
forts
need
and
something other
plundering
than that.
settlements. And if you're bold enough, engage
Oh.
in dynamic events like taking down heavily
thought,
laden
no.
merchant
I thought for a second I was like,
ships
here we
and
go.
a fleet of warship escorts. Now, it's up to you to write your own story. Remember, there is no one path to follow, no one way to play. The world of Skull and Bones is yours.
I would love to see
discover.
the open world map. I would like to see what this looks like, right?
Yeah.
Because there is some interesting stuff there of like, as you level up, you'll get more crazy contracts and like see different
Okay,
areas. So
that
it's
was
like,
a lot.
okay,
Did
is
you get it
this
all?
a
Let's
giant
recap.
open world?
We
Is
got
this like
pirate dens,
opened up
crafting,
slow by slow? You know, what does that
naval
look
combat,
like?
Tons of ships.
Yusef,
and
I need you to
weapons,
text me and tell me where you got
infamy,
this shirt.
Co-op, PvP,
a
world
dope-ass
events,
shirt.
and so much more. And that's not it, y'all. Here to give us a sneak peek at what to expect from Skull and Bones post-launch is our game's quest director, Terry Han. Hey, Terry.
Hello, Youssef.
Also,
Hello,
what workouts
everybody.
do you do?
Now, Terry, what can we expect from Skull and Bones post-launch?
Well, as a live multiplayer game, our team is dedicated to deliver the best open world pirate experience for our players. With the Skull and Bones team, we are committed to provide
This is a great
fresh
set,
new
by the way.
content, not
This
just
whole
I do like the
production
set.
design is
They've done a
fantastic.
great job with that.
It has to be like a
After
screen or
release,
something.
we'll
It's
have a
great.
lineup
Maybe it's
of
green
new
screen.
content.
It's great.
And these are all free
That's a
for
video.
our
Yeah,
players.
that's a
These
video
include
wall. Yeah.
in-game war
That's cool.
events ranging from bigger.
You know who else
linear
did a good
challenges
job with
that you
those
can
was
take as a group,
the
to
Dying
smaller
Light
team
team. They did a
events,
good job setting up some
ships,
cool sets when we
weapons,
saw all
furniture,
their
and many
pre-launch
more.
stuff.
Free content for all players. I love to hear that, Terry. Tell me a little
Whoever
bit
did the
more about these
lighting as well
challenges.
did an amazing
So you
job.
can expect to not just engage with the local factions, but also with big corporations like the company Royale, who has really strong.
I wonder if
combat
this is also,
weapons,
like, post-edit
so you really
color
need to watch
grading.
out for that. Aside from that, you
'Cause I
also
like
work with
the
kingpins
sunset
to smuggle
vibe
and steal
here.
valuable cargoes, or even go on a raid with your friends to a nearby.
Oh, you said it
settlement
was
or
green screen.
fort. Or even
Oh,
engage
I like
with
how
your
it feels
dynamic
like
events
they're
where you
bouncing
can
too,
bond
but
No
with
they're
your
not.
way,
ships,
that looks
stealing
so
valuable
good.
cargoes
When you
and
say it was
long
green
routes.
screen, did you like make the video
Okay,
all
sounds like
green,
there's a
or
ton of
is it
content
legit
coming
like?
post-launch. I can't wait to get my
green
hands on
screen.
it.
The way
Terry,
their
thank you so much for
faces
joining
are
us.
lit.
Thank you,
It's
Yusef.
really well done.
And
Yeah.
to everyone watching, don't go anywhere. There's still a ton of content coming in our post show. But before then, we're going to check in with our community developer, Alexi Cretin, who's going to introduce us to the official community
video,
live stream,
wow.
The Deck.
Incredible.
That's really impressive.
Thank you, Yusef, and thank you so much to all of you for being here with us today. Over the past few months, we've been working very closely with our community to refine our game. And as we gear up to launch, we'll be doing more of this. We will have hands-on opportunities in the coming months, so register your interest at our website, skullandbonesgame.com. Speaking of which, the Insider program is also in full swing. If you like what you saw today and want to help us, go and sign up. All you have to do if you're selected is play the game regularly, and if you want, share your feedback with us. Last but not least, today we're also kicking off The Deck, our official community live stream. We want to bring the people behind the game
The Deck is a
direct
good
to
name
you.
for that.
Think
Deck,
streamers,
yeah.
YouTubers,
Ubisoft always has very
community
cool
leaders,
logos
meet
as
and
well. This
chat
guy's
with
hat
our
with the
developers,
Skull and Bones
artists,
logo is
or
very cool
producers.
looking. They
Basically,
always
all
have
the
very
people
cool
who work
logos
their
for all
magic
their
on this
games.
game and can't wait to hear from you. That's happening right now with Ryan as the first guest, so stay tuned and enjoy.
Cool. Are we watching this or are we just
Okay,
gonna...
everybody, no, you can put that
No, I
on
think we're
mute.
good.
So, everybody, with that, that is your official Skull and Bones worldwide gameplay reveal. There's a lot more on that post show. So, if you're interested, go join Yusuf and the team over on their YouTube channel, over on Twitch, and go catch that post show right now. But bless, of course, we look to the future. November 8th, 2022, this title will release. It's time to hit the high seas. How are you feeling after seeing some gameplay here of Skull and Bones for the first time?
I don't know if it's gonna be for me, and I'm curious if it is full price. If it isn't free to play, I wonder how that's gonna hit. Because you do bring up God of War. I think that's gonna be competition for it a little bit. And if you're coming out full price against that, I think that might be difficult to kind of land and kind of navigate there. That not having it's seemingly not having like the exploration outside of the hub stuff, right? Of like getting off the ship, looking at islands, like being able to walk around the ship and all the stuff that you have from Sea of Thieves, like. You know, I think that's going to be a hard sell for a lot of people. Again, you don't have to be Sea of Thieves to be a pirate game. You can do your own thing, lean into your own thing. But I think with that, you got to provide something special and unique. And so far, I don't know if I'm seeing that. Like, Mike, is there any? You're more of the pirate exploration action guy than I am. Is there anything here that is really speaking to you?
Yeah, so what? Let's focus on the positives that I have, Bless. And when I see the things that speak to me, it is that naval combat, right? It is that multiplayer live game that's going to have a lot of ongoing content. And for me, when I look at these ships, I like the realistic world that they've created. It reminds me of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I like the idea of teaming up with 3 friends and all of us having different ships that will have different things for it, right? I could be the cargo ship. I could be the, frontier ship, or I could be the damage dealing ship. I do like that blend, and I want to jump into that naval combat. I think will be fun for the first couple of hours or days. But I was looking for more of an Assassin's Creed Black Flag mix of get off the ship, go explore an island, have that sword hand-to-hand combat. Or when I go jump onto another person's ship, there is that feel of combat, but it doesn't look like there was any of that right now. It looks like it's just strictly naval combat. And that's where I'm let down the most, Blessing, because I think you needed more of a balance. I don't think this game will be as great as it could be with just naval combat by itself. So that's where I'm biggest let down. But I am excited to at least give it a try because it did look cool with that naval combat and also kind of hunting some of these animals. You saw him standing on the side of the ship, hitting that alligator. I'd like to see a giant shark and stuff like that, but it's missing the hand-to-hand combat that I wanted. I am disappointed in that.
Yeah, I will say, like, I do like how a lot of the customization looks, being able to customize your character. The different outfits that they were showing did seem pretty cool and varied in a way that I like. And then also the ship customization spoke to me as well. Like, there are some ships, even like as we were going, we saw the one that was a bit bright colored, and I was like, oh, that seems a little bit tacky to me. The fact that they at least let you do that, I think, is cool, right? Being able to get in there and go, hey, this is my KindaFunny ship that is KindaFunny blue with hopefully, right, I might be able to put like a KindaFunny smiley on there. If I'm able to go go that deep with customization, I think that'll be amazing. And even if it is like unlocking stuff as I go and being able to unlock different colors and different designs and really go ham with like customizing my ship, that seems like something that'd be fun. I do like a lot of what they're doing with the live elements of it, but again, it comes back to it being seemingly a full price game. If it's full price and they're going for the live stuff, that live stuff has got to hit, right? That shit has it has to be a thing where that game has to have a Rainbow Six Siege type lifespan to it, where 3 years after its launch, we are still talking about it. We are still like, hey, yo, want to hop back into Sea of Thieves for about a week, get that progression going, do these challenges, do whatever live event is happening, whatever partnership with Pirates of the Caribbean or whatever the fuck it is, right? It has to be that kind of game if it is going to go for full price. And that worries me because it's hard for me to imagine in November the shit hitting and everybody talking about it, right? It being the talk of the town. But we'll see, like a year after, I wonder if it's able to have that staying power.
That's the exciting part, because you saw Yusuf at the end talk with the live service team, right? And they said there's going to be free content. And for me, Blessing, you hit nail on the head, right? What is that end game content, that free content that will draw us back in, right? Because when I look at it, the game looks cool to me, right? And I can imagine them making a big world event with a giant Kraken in the middle. And instead of fighting other boats, everybody comes together, fights the Kraken, or maybe you make some sort of giant like Davy Jones ghost ship and we all come together. I think that will be really cool, because I am looking more for the PvE aspect of this. I think PvP will be a lot of fun, but I know from experience on Sea of Thieves side is if you don't got it, you're going to get dominated all the time on the high seas. So like PvP is a cool thing for me, but not the thing that I'm going to be really driving at. So if they can make some really cool PvE content that brings the world together, I'm all in on coming back 6 months, 3 months, 9 months down the road to see what they can do. I think that will be a ton of fun.
Does the PvP at least look fun to you? Like when you watch the gameplay and you watch, going to the cannons, getting the first person view, aiming at the enemy, does that seem like something that's going to engage you?
That looked like it will engage me. I am interested in how me and my friends can do cool naval combat, right? Like how we can pull up with 3 ships and either dominate one or figure out tactics to take down 3 other ships. What is that really going to be like? And so, yeah, PvE side, you showed off, they took down like a base on the side of the island, right? That will be really cool to see what that looks like. Taking down other ships in the water will be fun. So I am in on the naval combat, but I just wish there was more. And I think that was kind of the dream we all talked about back when they first revealed this was, oh, it's just naval combat. What's up with that? And then I thought the dream would be, oh, we're going to get off the boat. There's going to be sword combat. You're going to be traversing like Assassin's Creed. It just doesn't seem to be there. And also, it doesn't even look like you get off the boat like you talked about earlier, Blessing, to like even dig up treasure or explore an island and like find some sort of cool waterfall and like a cave behind it that would have riches and stuff. Like, I think that being a pirate is the biggest thing, is the exploration and the hunt of the treasure and how cool some of these places are, right? We just came off of, I know a lot of people will flame me in the chat, but the Uncharted movie, right? And you saw Tom Holland and Marky Mark going through this grand adventure. That's what Ubisoft games are all about, is this grand adventure and like going through and exploring places. You don't get any of that here, which is kind of a letdown, to be honest with you.
Roger, is it possible to scroll forward and see what they're showing in the live stream right now? I'm getting word that they're showing off like gameplay stuff. I want to see how some of that stuff looks. Okay, so it looks like they're showing off live gameplay, and again, we're on the ship. And this is like,
you can also hit live the bottom left corner.
This is what I come to expect, right? Like from what they showed during the presentation, right? Like this seems to be what the game is. I will say I like how it looks visually. Like right now we're at the top of the ship looking down at the water. I think the water looks pretty good. And I do like that in terms of art style and actual like what the models look like.
I bought a bird in Sea of Thieves. If I can buy a lemur right here, bro, you best believe I'll buy it.
This does have like that Assassin's Creed realistic look to it.
Look at this cat. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. This game is pretty cool.
Different pets? I'm all in.
Cat's pretty cool. There's a lemur. Yeah, there's a lemur. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. Yeah. Interesting.
But the interesting one is, Bless, when we talked about it, right? There was this conversation you and I had beforehand. Is it you, me, and Roger and Kevin on one boat taking control and doing all this stuff, or are each and every one of us going to get our own boats?
I think
from what we saw before, it looked like we're all separate because you have a bunch of AIs who are controlling the boat and doing all that stuff, even though, yeah, you'll be turning it and firing it, but it doesn't look like we're all together on a boat, which is a little bit of a letdown too, because that was always fun to see at Thieves, but I think it will be cool now that we have our own boats to do our own thing.
Mike, imagine though if we just create a squad of killers, me, you, Bless, and you know what I mean? We just sail out there, and all we do is just destroy ships. We don't even loot them. We're just in it for the
Don't
chaos.
even loot them,
You know
just
what
for
I mean?
the chaos, Kevin. I like that.
Yeah, but I do like that it is separating itself from Sea of Thieves, right? Because like if we do want to have that experience where we're on the same boat, we are coordinating with each other, figuring out who's going to man the ship, figuring out who's going to steer, do all that stuff. That is Sea of Thieves. This being like, yo, you guys get your own ship, I think that's going to maybe lend to its own type of strategy when you are in PvP approaching an enemy team and going, all right, you take left, I'll take center, you take right. We'll come at them from all sides. Like that could be fun. Like that is going to provide a different type of gameplay that we haven't gotten out of Sea of Thieves, which could be cool if they nail it.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, I played Sea of Thieves for a while and I liked it, but that was the hardest part, right? Is being with playing with my girlfriend and her just not understanding and grasping this whole like, oh, you have to go over here, we have to figure this out. Just being able to have our own ship and just kind of like move it around like almost like a car. Like that kind of sounds fun to me. And like looking at it now, like and being able to jump up to the top right here and like look around while you're steering, it seems like that seems pretty decent.
Yeah,
and there's that combat we thought right here.
It's almost more like if you remember playing Star Wars Squadrons, where we each had our own ship, right? And you're managing everything in that ship, right? Okay, where's my speed at? Where's my gas at? All right, I'm gonna switch over to this weapon. Like, there's so much to manage in Star Wars Squadrons, and I wonder if it's gonna feel a little bit more like that in terms of it being more of a pirate ship sim, where it is you're coordinating hardcore with the other pirate leads. What do they call the lead pirates? Captains, with the other captains on their ships and trying to figure out how to actually approach enemies in a strategic way. I could see that being fun. And I do like that they're leaning more into that as opposed to just trying to do something that's already been done before.
This gameplay right here is getting me interested, right? This is the naval combat we talked about. You have a sea fortress to the left. He's got other ships to the right. And like now you're trying to figure out how to maneuver, how to jump over and start shooting and maybe get out of this situation or fight back. Like this has me interested where I would jump into this and give this a solid try and see how far I'd get into it for sure. I like the look.
It's a lot. It looks like it's a lot you're managing too over here.
Yeah, it looks like an anxiety attack. Like,
yeah,
there's so much going on right now.
Like you're switching between different perspectives. You're seeing like cannons come in, cannons go out. Like, oh, who are these guys? They just showed Paul and Tom at the office. That's crazy. But yeah, like and this is what Ubisoft's kind of known for this, right? Like the icon splurge. There's so many goddamn icons on screen right now. Goddamn. But if you're somebody who likes managing a bunch of different shit at the same time, and like you like ships and shit, it seems like it's gonna do good at that.
Yeah, this is gonna be a cool one. So more gameplay over here on the post show. If you want to go check it out, they got live gameplay going on. Blessing. Okay, I know you're not the biggest pirate guy, but thank you for coming aboard and riding with me during the live gameplay reveal of Skull and Bones, November 8th, 2022. I'm sure we'll talk a lot about it leading up to its launch later this fall. And of course, most importantly, if you're interested in this game, you can go sign up and become an insider right now over on their website. Go check out the live stream. Go holler at U7, tell him how great he did, and sign up. Go play it. Go help them build the best game possible if you're interested in it. And of course, we have so much more content coming your way over here on KindaFunny Games. Blessing, thank you for joining me, big dog.
Thanks for having me, Mike. This has been fun.
Roger, way to run it. KindaFunny best friends, thank you all for hanging out. We will be back in just a couple of moments to switch gears and play for our afternoon stream. That was Ubisoft's live gameplay reveal of Skull and Bones. Catch you back here later. Peace.